You have been praying for a financial breakthrough for months, maybe even years, yet your bank account keeps draining. You wake up with this quiet, gnawing anxiety in your chest every time you need to pay a bill, and you wonder if you are under some sort of spiritual attack. Or perhaps you tell yourself that God is just testing your faith in the valley, teaching you to rely solely on Him. But I need to be completely honest with you right now. It is neither of those things. There is a hidden sin keeping you in financial ruin, and it is absolutely not what you think. It has nothing to do with not tithing enough, not praying hard enough, or buying that overpriced coffee on your way to work. In fact, you are probably committing this sin right now, disguising it as faith, while it silently sabotages the very business and life you are trying to build. Before we uncover exactly what this is and how to break its hold on your life today, take a brief moment to subscribe so you never miss a biblically aligned revelation that could transform your financial trajectory forever. Think about the last time you logged into your bank account. Did your heart race? Did you quickly glance at the total balance, hoping there was enough to cover the week, and immediately close the app before looking at the actual transactions? That feeling right there is shame. And that shame is breeding a toxic habit of financial negligence. We avoid looking at the numbers because the numbers tell a truth we are too exhausted to face. So we close our eyes, swipe the card, and whisper a quick prayer that it goes through. We call this trusting God. We tell ourselves that the Lord will provide, that He will make a way in the wilderness. But biblically speaking, closing your eyes to the reality of your resources isn't faith. It is presumption. You are expecting God to miraculously manage the resources you refuse to even look at. Later in this video, I am going to show you the exact steps to flip this dynamic completely so your money starts working for your God-given vision instead of against it. But first, we need to understand the true spiritual weight of financial chaos. As Christian women, especially those of us building businesses or managing households, we are often taught that money is somehow unspiritual. We subconsciously believe that focusing on spreadsheets, budgets, and profit margins makes us greedy or worldly. Therefore, we swing to the opposite extreme. We adopt an attitude of passive avoidance. We leave the finances disorganized, we let receipts pile up, we mix our personal money with our business money, creating a tangled web that makes us feel like imposters every time tax season rolls around. But here is the hard truth that changes everything. Chaos is not a fruit of the Spirit. Disorganization is not a sign of humility. It is a profound failure of stewardship. In the famous parable of the talents, the master gave resources to his servants. The one who was severely reprimanded wasn't the one who lost the money in a bad, aggressive investment. It was the one who hid the money in the ground out of fear. He avoided dealing with it altogether. By refusing to organize your finances, track your income, and tell your money where to go, you are essentially burying your talent in the dirt. You are telling God that you cannot be trusted with the small things, so how could He possibly entrust you with the monumental abundance you are praying for? If you are realizing right now that your financial anxiety is actually a call to step up your stewardship, make sure to subscribe so we can continue breaking these hidden barriers together. This realization is uncomfortable, but it is also the key to your absolute freedom. Because once you name the enemy, you can defeat it. The hidden sin is desidia, apathy, negligence, and the refusal to take radical responsibility for what is already in your hands. When you avoid your numbers, it bleeds directly into how you run your business. You undercharge for your services because you don't actually know your overhead. You discount your worth because you are operating from a place of scarcity and guesswork rather than absolute clarity. You accept clients who drain your energy because you are desperate for cash flow you can't even track. So, how do we repent from financial negligence? How do we break this cycle of shame and avoidance today? The very first step is what I call the courageous audit. You have to turn the lights on. You need to sit down at your table, perhaps light a candle, play some worship music to calm your spirit, and open every single account. You look at the debt. You look at the careless spending. You look at the exact amount of revenue your business brought in last month. You look at it without judgment, but with total, unflinching honesty. The enemy thrives in the dark. He uses your financial ignorance to keep you paralyzed by fear. The moment you write those numbers down on a piece of paper, the fear loses its grip. It just becomes math. And math is something you can manage. Once the lights are on, you must stop viewing a budget as a punishment. For so long, we have treated the word budget like a financial straitjacket, assuming it means we can never enjoy our lives, never buy a nice dress, never invest in ourselves or our businesses. But a budget is not a restriction. It is a mission statement for your money. It is you stepping into your God-given authority and telling your resources exactly how they will serve your family and your future. When you give every dollar a specific assignment, you entirely eliminate the guilt. If you budget for a beautiful dinner out with your husband or a premium course to grow your business, you spend that money with profound joy, knowing it was planned for. You transition from a victim of your circumstances to an empowered steward of your domain. You start managing your money with the precision of a CEO and the grace of a Proverbs 31 woman. She considered a field and bought it. She perceived that her merchandise was profitable. She knew her numbers. She did not hide from her ledger. But this goes so much deeper than just balancing a checkbook or downloading an app. The reason you have been hiding from your numbers isn't really because you are bad at math. It is because, deep down, you have been struggling with your own worthiness. You have felt that if you really looked at the mess, it would objectively prove that you are irresponsible, incapable, and undeserving of the massive success you dream about. You have let the state of your bank account dictate the state of your identity. You have allowed past financial mistakes to convince you that you are permanently flawed. But your net worth is not your self-worth. Your financial mistakes of the past do not disqualify you from financial mastery in the future. God is incredibly merciful. He is simply waiting for you to show up, to stop hiding in the garden of your own shame, and to bring your financial mess into His glorious light. He cannot pour millions into a vessel that leaks pennies. He wants to heal your relationship with money so that He can use you as a powerful, unhindered conduit for His kingdom. When you hide from the reality of your finances, you are essentially hiding from God's invitation to grow. You are letting shame act as a barrier between you and your divine inheritance. You are called to build wealth, not to hoard it, but to fund the very purposes of heaven on earth. To do that, you must eliminate the apathy. You must stop waiting for a miracle to fix what He has already given you the intellect and the authority to manage. Turn the lights on today. Face the numbers without blinking. Give your money a clear, faith-driven mission and watch how quickly the anxiety dissipates, replaced by a profound, unshakable peace. You are entirely capable of mastering this, and your business will thrive the moment you decide to take control. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you never miss a biblically aligned revelation that could transform your financial trajectory forever.